what I've got here is the Squier Paranormal Esquire Deluxe in metallic black. It comes in 3 different colors now: metallic black, a mocha, which is more of a wood grain finish, and now the sparkle blue that they just released the same day that I bought this one. Of course they did. And that sparkle blue is gorgeous. So this has one of the beautiful glossy maple necks, just like the CB series. You got vintage split shaft tuners up here, and 25.5-inch scale, 9.5-inch radius, narrow tall frets. You got one single wide range humbucker, designed by Fender, not like the original 72s. It's going to sound a little thinner probably, I'm not sure, but it sounds good. And you just heard the clean sample. Sounded pretty good to me. You got a volume and a tone, and you got a 3-way selector switch right here. In the down position, it turns off the control, so it's just full-on humbucker. In the second position, now you got control of the volume and tone back. And in the third position, it splits it to the slug side, and it sounds pretty good. It does have the old vintage style bent saddles on here. I'm not really a fan of them anymore. I used to love them. But these ones actually are sitting really nice and low, and the action on this thing came set up really well. I don't think they did a setup at Sweetwater, which is where I bought this from. But if they did a fine job, because this action is nice and low, and I'm not getting any fret buzz or anything like that. It does have a synthetic bone, and the string retainer up here is, I don't like it, but we'll talk about that later. What we're going to do now is we're going to go under the hood. We're going to check out all the electronics and what this body looks like underneath here, if it's routed just for 1 or if it's 2. And then after that, we're going to have some sound samples and then my final thoughts. We're going to dive into it. We're going to take a look at the innards, see what's going on in here, see what kind of knobs or pots we got, take a look at the rotary switch, take a look at the pickup, see how many wires it is, and just explore it a little bit. First, let's get an idea of what our pickup resistance is before we go breaking it down. So we're gonna try all 3 knobs. So the volume controls off is 8.69. The volume controls on, it's a little bit lower, and with the single coil split, it's about half. That seems about right. That could probably benefit from a partial split, make it a little stronger, but no big deal. Let's break it down, see what we got going on under the hood. Now that we got a better bird's eye view, so the selector switch, it's just a little chicken head knob here. But this one just pushes on and off. So when you put it back on, you got to make sure it's... But it doesn't point to the exact thing. Maybe if I loosen that up and adjust it just a hair, we can get it going, but it's not that important. I hate this plastic, but it does protect stuff from getting scratched up. And the witch hat knobs on here do have screws in them. They're set, which I found kind of weird on a Squier. I just noticed I got 2 volume knobs on here. They're both volume knobs. That's funny. It's not that serious. But they are nice set pots. I bet they're full-size pots. I don't see why they wouldn't. We'll find out in just a second here. I do like the notches in the pick guard that show where your setting is. All right, let's flip her over, see what we're looking like here. Wow, yeah, these are nice full-size knobs. Full-size pots, I should say. And it is a 4-wire, so that's good to know. So if I ordered one from somewhere else, a better pickup, I could order a 4-wire, and then I know how to wire everything up. And this capacitor, you're not going to be able to see it. It's a 223. So let's take one of these knobs off and see what these pots are. You probably can't see that. It's a Alpha 250K. So you got Alpha 250K pots in here with a 223 capacitor. Interesting. It is routed. You could put another wide range humbucker in here if you wanted to, but I mean, it defeats the whole purpose of being an Esquire Deluxe. All right, I'm gonna put it all back together and we'll do some sound tests. So those are some basic sound samples. You heard the clean at the beginning, then I threw some overdrive and some high gain in there. And I don't like to do too much playing during a review, well, because you can take just about any guitar and process the heck out of it and make it sound decent. But this one overall really does sound decent and I've enjoyed it. The only thing I don't like are the tuners, and I'll probably drop some Wilkinson vintage style in there. I'm kind of disappointed in Squier. These ones just, I don't know what it is, but they feel really cheap. I don't know if this is something new, some new tuners. Don't know what's going on there. Other than that, everything else I love about this guitar, except the fact that they did give me 2 volume knobs instead of a tone and a volume. Just the knobs. I can replace them later, but I think it's kind of funny, so we're going to keep them like that. I am going to put an electro socket in there just because I do that with all my tellies. And I bought a button retainer for up here because I like the button retainers on tellies. This one works just fine, but I ended up buying the bass ones and I'm an idiot. So that's going to wrap it up. I really dig this guitar. This is my first Paranormal series Squier, and I think that series is awesome because they're throwing modern twists on some classic guitars, and I think it's really cool. And this is, let's see, my 5th Telecaster, and they're all Squiers. I don't know what it is about a telly. Maybe I'll talk about that in another video. But I hope you like this video. Hit that like, subscribe button, and if you get to Guitar Center or Sweetwater or whatever, check one of these out. They're really cool guitar. Thanks for watching. See you next time.